Hey there, so in your question it says the functions f of x and g of x are differentiable. The function h of x is defined as h of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. If f of 6 is equal to 9, f prime of 6 is equal to negative 4, g of 6 is equal to negative 6, and g prime of 6 is equal to negative 3. So what is h prime of h' of 6. Simplify any fractions. Okay, the first thing that we want to know, or that we want to write down quickly, is this right here. So h' of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Alright, so now that we're going to look at the question. So the question is giving us all of these values that they know that we are supposed to know. So f of 6 is equal to 9, f prime of 6 is equal to negative 4, g of 6 is equal to negative 6, and g prime of 6 is equal to negative 3. Now let's look at the actual question. So the actual question that they want to know is what is h prime of 6? So we're looking to take the derivative. Now one thing that you need to realize is that if you take the derivative of this entire equation right here, then we can get into a form that we could really appreciate. So I'm going to take the derivative of this entire equation, and I should get something like this. H prime of x, so the prime, or this apostrophe here, is just denoting the fact that it's going to be a derivative of that function, is equal to f prime of x plus g prime of x. So now I hope that you've noticed a little pattern here, because the things that they are giving in the question could really help out here. So in the question, it's telling us that f prime of 6 is equal to negative 4. And it's also telling us that g prime of 6 is equal to negative 3. Now if we were to plug in those values right here and right here, then we could potentially find out h prime of 6. Now these x's right here, we could just say when x equals 6, because all of these values are talking about when x equals 6. So h prime of x, what is that when when they're asking for h prime of 6? So I'm going to rewrite this, and we're going to input everything that we see here. So f prime of x, which in this case is going to be 6, is equal to negative 4. G prime of x, which in this case the x is equal to 6, is negative 3. And I'm just going to put parentheses around these just to make it clearer and not confusing. And so this all is supposed to equal h prime of x, which in this case x is going to be 6. So now this answer is going to come out to be negative 4 plus negative 3, which if you see the answer, it should be negative 7. So that is what h prime of 6 is supposed to equal. I hope this helps. Thank you.